Hey guys, I wanted to do an updated video for you on how to create your own token with an ERC20 smart contract and deploy it to the blockchain. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so you're going to want to open up 4 tabs like I have here. I have this other one open as well, but I'll get to that in a minute. So the first website, and I'll put all these links in the description of the video, remix.ethereum.org. So you'll come to the website here and it'll look like this. And what we're going to want to do is, you'll be in a default workspace, which is fine. If you need to create a new one, you can click here, create, and click blank, name it, click OK. So for the sake of this one, we'll go ahead and just do it like this. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is click on this, create new file. And I'm going to call this YT test token.sol, hit enter. Now for you guys, you'll name this, instead of YT test token, whatever your token name is going to be. So it's going to be Big Kitty, it'd be bigkitty.sol, and Big Kitty would be all one word, no spaces in between, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so when you go to deploy it and everything, you'll have issues. So just make sure it's all one word. Okay, so that's our contract here. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is go to my GitHub repo, which is right here. Okay, and you can see the address is up here. And I have 2 files in there for you guys. I have the smart contract itself, and then a README file with instructions, and that looks like a lot. And it was a lot to write out, but you guys are learning this from the video, so you don't need that. So click on the smart contract, and this is our smart contract right here, okay? So this is not very long, but this is actually 3 or 4 contracts in one actually. So it's importing these 3 here. So we just had this import here instead of the actual code from these individual contracts added in with this code. Okay, so it's more of a condensed version. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on these 2 squares here and copy raw file. Alright, so we copied that, go back to Remix, and click in here on line 1, paste in the contract, and you can come over and click on this top folder and close it. There we go. Looks a little better now over there. You can scroll up to the top here. Okay, so this is exactly what we saw on the GitHub where we got this contract from. Alright, so in the green section here, this is the only section right here. This little section here, this is all we're changing to make this into your own token, okay? And you can see here, change constructor section details below. So these 4 lines here, these are the instructions on what to change in here. Okay, so we're going to replace demo token with the name of your token and leave the quotes at the beginning and end of it. Okay, so here, we're in the constructor section here, and we're going to go ahead and change demo token right here. This is going to be the name of your token. Okay, so for me it's going to be YT test token. Click over here in the blue somewhere. Okay, so that's changed. YT test token. All one word, even if you have 2 or 3 words to the token name. No spaces in between the words, okay? And then we're going to click over here. We're going to highlight DETO. Only the DETO. Make sure you leave the quotes on both ends of these 2. And then we're going to delete that. And that's going to be the symbol for whatever your token is going to be. Okay, so mine's YT test token, so I'll do YTTT. Okay, for short. So YTTT is my symbol. So we got that done. Okay, then the decimals. It's automatically on 18 in my contract here, so let's say you want to do 9 decimals. So change it to 9 and click over here somewhere. And then the last thing we're going to change is the number of tokens you want to create initially. So I have it in at 1 million by default, so if you wanted to do 5 million, you just do like that. Click over here and you're all good. Now you do have the mint function and burn function and pause and everything available within this contract. So you can always mint more tokens later if you want to. So let's see here. Okay, so we're all good here. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down to the Solidity compiler here. Okay, and we're on version 0.8.26, and these two numbers should be the same. This should be the same as this, and that is 0.8.26. Okay. Now click compile. All good. Green check mark means we're good. Come down here to this one. Looks like the Ethereum logo. Click on that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make sure my Metamask is connected to Remix here, because Remix VM Cancun, that's just a built-in testnet. So for me, I like to test it through Metamask, and I'll see here. Okay, so here's my demo account now, and that's the other thing too. You have to make sure, if you're going to do this on Ethereum, if you're going to do it on the Ethereum testnet, you have to do it on the Haleski test network. Okay. So for Ethereum, that's the only test network I know that works. There used to be several of them, and they've all been depreciated and they don't work anymore. So for the sake of this video, we'll say that you're going to deploy your real token on Ethereum, and you're going to want to do this all on the test network first to make sure it all works perfectly. Okay. So if you don't have this in your list here of networks, then you're going to want to open up your MetaMask, and you're going to want to click on the Networks tab, and you can see from the pop-up MetaMask, I'll show you where that is. Click on these three dots, and you're going to go down to Settings, and you're going to go down to Networks, and then you can add the network from here as well. So, but if you don't want to do that, you want to do the full screen, then you can just click Expand View, and it'll look like this. Okay. So what you would be doing is you're going to be adding a network, add a network manually, and then you're going to put the information in here, okay? And then you're going to put the network name in, RPC, chain ID, symbol, block explorer, and then click save. So all that information, I think you just saw it a second ago, but here's the information right here. So there's a network, RPC, chain, symbol, and explorer. Okay, so I already have it added into mine. You'll have to add it into yours. And also I'll put that in the description of the video. Alright, so we got all this in here. Now we got the network on there. So back to Remix. Okay, so what we want to do is click on the MetaMask again, and click on these three dots. And for some reason I still don't see this in here. Strange. Okay. So I'm trying to make sure that we are connected to the site. Okay, there we go. Connected, there we go. Alright, so it's just a little bit different in this updated version of Chrome, I guess. So if you didn't see that, I'll go in here. So I'll do that again. Alright. So we click on MetaMask, and we click on this little symbol here. Okay, we're not connected to Remix right now, so we're going to connect accounts. I'm going to connect this demo account, click Next, confirm, and now we're connected. Okay. So now before we get ready to deploy this contract, we're going to go up here to Environment, click in there, and you're going to click on Injected Provider MetaMask. Okay, and it should say account in here, but it doesn't seem to say it, so I'll disconnect and I'll reconnect again on that. So we'll disconnect it, and then we'll reconnect it. There we go. Okay, so now it shows the account in there. Alright, so that's pretty much all we need here. You want to make sure your contract just says custom token, and then your token name.sol right here. Okay, so now we're going to hit deploy. MetaMask will pop up, and it'll say $3.44 or whatever the gas is at the time. I've seen it as high as like 30 bucks recently, so Just depends on how busy the network is. But since we're doing this on the testnet, it doesn't matter. So this is just fake money. So we'll hit confirm. And watch down here at the bottom for the, I think it's a green check mark. Give it just a second here. Sometimes it takes a little while on Ethereum. Now keep in mind you can do this on any other EVM compatible blockchain. So you can do this on Avalanche, you can do it on Binance Smart Chain, you can do it on Polygon, you can do it on Fantom. So you have all kinds of different options there. So for now, keep in mind that we're doing this on the testnet. So once you run it through the testnet, all you're basically going to do is do the same thing, but you're going to switch this over in your Metamask. You're just going to switch over from, so if you're going to deploy your token on Ethereum, so first you do it on this testnet, and then when it works and everything's good, then repeat the same thing again, and then you're just going to switch over to the actual Ethereum network and do it, okay? Alright, so we deployed that. Down here we got the green check mark, so everything's good. Down here you can see custom token at blah blah blah. So that's our contract that we deployed. So click this arrow here, and that'll drop down and show you all the functions and stuff within our contract that we can utilize. So these orange ones are functions, and these other ones are calls. So if we click on the number of decimals, remember right here I have 9. Click on that, decimals is 9. Click on the name of the contract or the token. Mine's YT test token, so if we hit name, it'll pull the contract and spit out a result for us. YT test token. And if we want to check the symbol, it should be YTTT. YTTT. Total supply should be 5 million. And it's 5 million with 9 zeros after it. That's how it reads 5 million. Okay, so those are the things in there that we can just check on. And then also in here we can do the burn, we can mint, we can pause, we can renounce ownership, you can unpause, transfer, and all these things here. So, just as an example, so if we wanted to say, first of all, let me check my Metamask. Alright, so let me close that and just pop this up. We'll come back to the site in a minute. Alright, so the tokens that I have in my wallet right now are just this Ethereum, which is testnet Ethereum. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Remix. Right up here, we're going to click these 2 pieces of paper. Copied. Go back to our wallet. Import token. And then we're going to paste in that contract address, and it'll automatically pull in the information about our token. Click next, import, and now you can see I have 5 million of my tokens. So we're all good there. Now let's say, for example, we made a mistake and we created 5 million tokens when we deployed the contract, and we messed up and we realized that we needed to create 6 million total, not 5 million. So we can go over to the mint function here, click the little arrow down, and go back up here, and we'll copy my wallet address, right like that, paste it in there. Okay, and then you're going to put in the amount of tokens you want. So let's say that we wanted 6 million instead of 5 million, so we're going to put in 1,000,000, and then you're also going to put in the number of decimals that you had for your token. So it's 9, so I do 9 more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Click transact. Metamask will pop up. 9 cents. Confirm. And we should get a green check mark down here when that goes through. It's Ethereum, so it's a little slow. There we go. All right, now let's check our wallet, see if we have 6 million or 5 million. Tokens, 6 million, so we added 1 million tokens. Okay. And then let's say we change our mind right after that. We're like, you know what? I think 5 million actually works out better. So we can just go burn, click on the arrow down, amount, 1 million. Add the zeros at the end, the 9 decimals. And click transact. Metamask pops up again. Another whopping 8 cents. Confirm it. Wait for the green check mark down here. There we go. Now let's check the wallet and see if it burned them. There we go, back to 5 million tokens. Cool, right? All right. So that's that. So, and the pause and the unpause, that's basically if there's any, if you deploy a token and launch it and everything, and there's ever any kind of issue, like, I don't know, the token, for some reason, you know, if you have like something where it gets hacked, like your liquidity pool might get hacked or something like that, you can just pause the contract, and then that means no transactions can take place until you figure out the hack, fix it, and then you would just come back and unpause it. So every function on here that you do, MetaMask will pop up and it'll charge you some gas for that. So just keep that in mind. All right, so that's our contract, so it's all good. So now we're going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to take this contract and we're going to flatten it. Okay, so now if you don't have the flattener, I already have it installed in here, it's a plugin. So if you don't have the flattener, you just click on the plug and then you type flattener. Okay, so for mine it doesn't pop up because it's already installed, but for yours it would show up like here. It would say flattener, and so once it pulls it up, it would show up something like this build bear did. Okay, so it would just say flattener here, and then you just click on activate and you're all good. So then we come back here to File Explorer, highlight that one, right click, left click on flatten. Okay, so now we have a flattened version of our token right here. So what the flattened version is, basically is in our original, this is our token contract right here. So remember I said that we also imported these 3 contracts right here within this one. So if we were to actually have all these in one contract, it would be a lot longer than it is right now. So that's what the flattened version is. So this is all the contracts in here. So there's no import functions up here. So what we want to do is go back to our token again, our original token. And you're going to want to highlight this top line, copy that, go back over to the flattened version, and on line 1 you're going to want to paste that. Okay, so we pasted it in there. So now we're all good. So this is our flattened version, which it says flattened. This is our regular version. Okay, so now we're going to want to click anywhere in here, and then Control A on a Windows. I don't know what it is on Mac. It's that funky little symbol and the A. Okay, and then so that's how you highlight everything, and then Control C to copy, or funky symbol C on a Mac. And then we're going to go over to okay, so this is the Husky Etherscan testnet, like the block explorer. Okay, so if we, sorry, kind of did that out of order actually. So go back to the token here, and then go back to the Ethereum symbol. Scroll down, and then we're going to want to copy this contract address. Copy it, then go back over here to Etherscan, the Husky testnet. paste that contract address in here, hit the little hourglass or magnifying glass, give it a second, and then it'll pull up our token here, okay? So here's our token, and that's the wallet it was deployed from, and here's the token name and symbol, just like we put it in there. Come over here to contract. Alright, then click on verify and publish. And then we're going to have to put in a couple things here, so leave that there. Please select the compiler version. We're doing Solidity single file. And oh, that was compiler type. Compiler version, we did 0.8.26. Okay, and then our license type that we have in that contract is MIT. If that's not checked right here, go ahead and check that and click continue. Alright, so now it wants us to enter our Solidity contract code below. So we'll go back to Remix, and we'll make sure that we're on our flattened version, which is right here, and it says up here too, flattened. Okay, and then make sure you select all this text in here, all the code, and again, Control A to select all, Control C to copy for Windows. Go back over here to the testnet, click in this box here, Control V to paste it, click out anywhere over here, scroll down, and we don't have to change anything in here, and just click on verify and publish, and give it just a minute. And there we go, successfully generated bytecode for ABI contract address. So we're all good there. So now, if we go back up into here and do, I'll see if that comes up or not. I don't remember which one it was. We'll try this one here and see if that's it. Let's go back and just copy the contract address to make sure we have the right one. Alright, so this is ours right here, the one I just did here. And now you can see over here under contract, contract source code verified. So now everybody knows that your contract is verified on here and makes it look even more legit. So that's pretty much it as far as getting everything. Now keep in mind, if you're going to deploy on Ethereum and you're going to use the Haleski testnet like we were on right here, you're going to need some testnet Ethereum, okay? And you'll get that by going here. This is one, there's a few of them out there, but this is the easiest one that I've used. So this is a faucet, and what they'll do is they'll basically give you one free testnet Ethereum. So it's not real Ethereum. It only works on the testnet. You can't cash it in. So it'll by default be on Haleski, which is what you want. You just copy and paste your wallet address in here, click on that, and it'll send you one Haleski Ethereum. So if we go back over here to my wallet, look at my activity, it actually doesn't show it on here. This is imported. I imported this wallet into this Chrome here, but anyway, I did this a little while ago and it sent me one Haleski Ethereum pretty quickly. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this works for you guys, and just like I said, remember, keep in mind you can use this on any blockchain. You know, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Fantom, Polygon, any other that are EVM compatible, and every chain will have a testnet as well. So if you do it on a different chain, like say Avalanche for example, then you would need to get you'd need to add a different test network into your Metamask. So on here, this is because I just imported this wallet over here from a different Google account. This is all I have in here. But So Avalanche is like the Fuji chain is the testnet, and BSC has one, and Polygon has one. So if you're doing it on a different blockchain other than Ethereum, not a big deal. You just need to just Google whatever chain you're looking for. So say it's Binance Smart Chain. So just put in BSC test network, and that'll give you all the information. And same like before, you have to you do have to put in all the details for the network. So you need to just go over here and go to your settings, networks, add a network, and some of them they already have in here. So these are just the main networks actually in here. I don't see too many any test nets in here actually, but you can add main networks in here too. So whichever chain you're going to deploy on, if you're going to do Avalanche, for example, you would start out by deploying it on the Avalanche Fuji testnet, and then you would actually deploy it on this right here, the Avalanche Network C chain. So if this is the chain you're going to be using, you can add that first, like that, and approve it, and it automatically adds it for you. Okay, and then you'll see it's automatically right up here. There's the C chain right there. So just go, you can add that main chain, the main net first, and then you can Google for the test net, the info that you need to put in there. So for example, I'll do one here real quick. So we'll just do Avalanche testnet, and so we can see here it's called Fuji testnet, and it should have the information in here. Okay, so we want to make sure. Let's see where it's at. Fuji testnet. So it actually isn't showing all the information on here, but so we can just Google, just do like this actually. There we go. So I can click on this. That actually is of no help whatsoever. So just go back. There's some docs right here. You may have to look for a minute, but you'll always find it. Let's see here. So like this right here actually does it. Oh, they do have it right here. Okay, so this is like what you want for the. Oh, this is actually showing the main net, not the test net. So just find the test net. Let me see if it has it over here. I don't actually see it over here anywhere. Oh, there's the Fuji. Okay. So yeah, Avalanche Fuji C chain. So here's all the information you would need to add into here. So if we added it, for example, in here. So we're going to add a network. Add a network manually. Alright, so that was, didn't need that at all actually. Alright, so you can just highlight this stuff here, copy and paste it. And we need the RPC. And chain ID. And it's AVAX. So I'll just type that one in. And paste in that last one there. Save it. Dismiss. And now we got the Fuji C chain right there. And then if we wanted to get, you need a faucet for that as well to get some test Avalanche. So we would do Avalanche Fuji faucet. So like right there. We'll try this one and see if that one works or not. Alright, there we go. So we'll grab our, make sure we're on the right network first. We're still on the Haleski test network, so we'll switch over to Fuji C chain. And I see I already got 12, almost 13 AVAX in there. Keep in mind these are test Avalanche, not real Avalanche. Just copy our wallet. Okay, so we want Fuji C chain. Okay, so we'll leave it on that. Token AVAX. Copy and paste the wallet address in there. And it'll send us to Avalanche, test Avalanche. And of course, we've got to do another one of these stupid things. And more stupid things. And request to AVAX. And let's see if it sent it to us. We had like 12.95. And so let's see. Try clicking off and clicking back on. Nope, didn't get it yet. Alright, so we'll just wait a second and see if it actually shows up. There it goes. 14.95 now. So it sent us to Avalanche on the testnet. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll put all the links and everything in the video description. And hopefully this helps. Alright, thanks guys. Take care.